G'day, how's it going? It's Red here. Today I'm going to be reading some r/. Today I effed up. Red by Red. Okay, you ready to hear them? I think I kind of effed up that intro a little bit. But, well, I guess it's appropriate for this subreddit. Today I effed up by really observing daylight savings time. I'm an idiot. I'm living at my mum's for COVID. We live in an isolated area way north of where I used to live. This story doesn't have any real consequences, but I'm reeling at my own stupidity, so I thought I'd let you guys laugh at me too. On Saturday we talked about daylight savings time. I said, is it the good one or the bad one? My mum said it's the bad one, where you have to wake up earlier. I was like, okay, no biggie. I'll set my alarm an hour early. Normally I wake up at 6:30, so I set the alarm manually for 5:30. Separately, I also set my watch ahead an hour. Just absent-minded little preparations throughout the day, keeping in mind that everything is an hour behind the hour ahead of it or something like that. I don't know. I went to art school. I'm still not totally sure how it happened, but yesterday morning my alarm went off at 4:30 a.m. new time. 3:30 a.m. old time, right? I stumbled in the dark to the kitchen, congratulating myself on being the only person in the house able to navigate the immense churning sea that is time. So now I'm 2 hours ahead of the day, but the clock in the bedroom is 1 hour ahead of old time, 3 hours ahead of me. But when I glance at it throughout the day, I'm literally too effing stupid and tired to notice the discrepancy. So I was running around trying to keep track of everything while operating in at least 3 time zones. I'd only had about 4 hours sleep. I was so tired I didn't notice that my watch, bedside clock and phone all said different times. I was like, wow, I don't remember daylight savings being so difficult. This must be because we're so far north. This morning my alarm went off at 4:30 again, and as I stood in the dark kitchen trying to muster a single coherent thought, it dawned on me that I really effed up daylight savings time. Wish me luck today as I try to master the concept of time and align all my timekeeping devices. I mean, no, I'm sorry, I can't, I don't get how you did that. That's crazy. That's crazy. I remember growing up and having to manually change everything. Even like my first couple of phones, you had to manually change them. And then, you know, as the years have gone on, now I don't have to manually change anything except a couple of like wall clocks that we have. And the coffee maker. I have to change the coffee maker. God help me if I forget to change the coffee maker time and it makes coffee at the wrong time. Okay, here's the next story. Today I effed up by parking improperly and stinking up my car. For some background, where I live there's been a big problem with public parking recently. Too many people, too few parking spaces. But wheel boots aren't used here, unlike in America where I used to live. And on city streets, the cars are parked too close together for you to be towed. You also can't get your license suspended for parking violations. The worst that happens is you get a fine, which to me isn't much money, and they often don't even catch you to give you the fine. I guess the sentiment is common since unauthorized parking is pretty common. Well, I guess the city has been getting complaints or they had enough because a while ago after I got my 5th parking ticket, I got a note on my car along with the ticket saying that traffic enforcement would apply what literally translated to ferret scent or mink scent musk to my car the next time it was parked improperly. I had no clue if I should take that literally or even if my translation was right, but I didn't think much of it. I avoided parking in unauthorized places for a while, but I did so one day a couple of months later when running a bit late for work, and got away with it. So I did it again the next week, and then a couple of weeks later, and that time I came back to find the familiar ticket on my windshield. No big deal, I thought, until I got inside and turned the engine on. Then this smell hit me. I've never smelled anything like it before. I still don't even know how to describe it. The closest I can think of would be the smell of the zoo, but it was way stronger than that. Maybe someone who's been around ferrets can put it into words better for me, but it was awful and overwhelming and seemed to get worse as I drove home. Since then, I've tried just about everything I can think of to remove it, and it's faded a decent amount, but there's still a faint smell. This is an excellent way to deal with people who are parking improperly repeatedly. So much worse than towing. So much worse. Oh. I hope it goes away or you don't need to sell your car. Imagine trying to sell a car that smelled like that. Alright, here we go with another story. Today I effed up by being a 47-year-old man trying snowboarding for the first time. So, I'm a 47-year-old single male that does a lot of activities on his own. I go to the movies, go camping, hiking, make music, go out to eat, even go to an amusement park alone. I'm fine with this. I'm not going to let lack of a companion or friend keep me from trying new things. So, I've just finished RN school and started my new job as a psych RN. I've been working long hours and have not had much time to myself. This weekend came up and I figured I deserved some R&R, so I booked a motel and lift ticket, rentals, lessons for a mountain resort about 3 hours north. Not that I thought snowboarding would be easy, but I had skateboarded as a kid, even though that was 35 years ago. Maybe some skills would transfer over. No. I got to the resort, got my rentals, and waited for my 11 a.m. lesson. The guy instructing me was some 24-year-old kid with long curly hair. He ended up being really nice and not at all some rad, extreme shred dude. Things did not go well. We were on the bunny slope and I just effing ate it. Within the first 5 minutes, I'd fallen 3 times and either pulled a muscle in my torso or broke a rib. I got through the first hour, unbuckled my boots, and told the guy that I was done. I told him it was inevitable that I was going to hurt myself badly, and that I couldn't let that happen because my job can be fairly physical sometimes. Now I'm holed up in a nice cottage, drinking screwdrivers, and watching the Joe Frank documentary. My left hand hurts, my right wrist also has an abrasion, my butt hurts, and my right upper quadrant produces a sharp pain when I move too much or cough. Total cost: $293.22 for the motel, $419 for the lift ticket, rentals and lessons, $50 for gas, $50 for food, coffee and cigarettes, $45 for snow pants, $13 for snow jacket. A total of $870.22. And that's what we call an expensive lesson. I really love r/Today I F'd Up stories, especially when they're read by me, Red. I have no idea where these voices are coming from today, but anyway, please give the video a like and don't forget to subscribe as well if you haven't done that already. Yeah? Yeah? Good job. Thanks so much for watching today. Bye-bye.